What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today we've got a great knife review. This is the review of the Quiet Carry Drift LC. This came to me by the Lefty Pass Around group, and it's a really exciting knife. Can't wait to review it. So before we get into today's video, please give me a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Really does help my channel. Follow me over on Instagram at Shield Arms. Today's knife that I'm carrying right now is the Spartan Knives Astor. This is a Les George design. It's in XHP. I wish a lot of more companies would use XHP. It's one of my all-time favorite steels. Great steel, great knife, full-size knife and everything. So let's flip this camera around and get into today's review of the Quiet Carry Drift LC. Okay, so this is the Quiet Carry Drift LC. The LC stands for large contoured. So the handles are contoured. We said this and talked about this in my unboxing video and everything. Y'all go check out that unboxing video. It gives my first impressions of this knife. But I'm going to tell you the materials, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it, what makes this knife unique, and then also do some size comparisons, probably grab a weight on it, and give my thoughts on this particular knife. What we have is we have G10 handles, scales on this side, and I don't know, yeah, you can tell, not only is it contoured and all the edges are nicely chamfered and stuff, but it has a texture that is very grippy. I don't know if that's coming over the microphone, but it is very grippy. This is a very nice texture in hand. And since it's on the show side, it's not like it's tearing up against your pocket when it's going in and out of the pocket. We'll get to that in a second. This side is titanium. It's smooth everywhere, but right here we've got some of that similar texturing pattern on the top. Give you a little bit of grip up here towards the back of the knife. Everything is nice, chamfered, rounded off, and then it's smooth, and it's in and out of the pocket very smoothly with this deep carry pocket clip. Now, this pocket clip is only on this side. It's not a reversible. So lefties, you do not get a reversible on this particular knife. It has a lanyard bar back here in the back spacer. I love this. I always love to see this a lot more than like a hole through the scales and everything. So if you're going to do a lanyard and everything like that, it goes right through there and then comes out this side. That's perfectly fine. Whether or not you do a full bar or whether you loop it around that side, that's a good way to put a lanyard for those who like to use lanyards without messing up the show side and just making anything like really obtrusive. Okay, titanium on this side, titanium pocket clip, G10, and for the blade, messed that up underneath the camera. Okay, for the blade we've got LC 200N. So LC 200N is a highly corrosive resistant knife. With the G10, the titanium, and this blade and the lock bar insert also being made out of the LC 200N, this is a extremely rust resistant knife. That's where this shines. The grippiness of it, if you're in wet conditions, saltwater conditions, any type of boat, and this just makes a flat out great everyday carry knives for people who are not. But it's got also that added benefit of it just basically does not rust and everything. So it is Very, very corrosion resistant. But it is also a very good in the hand practical tool. Let's do a couple of size comparisons so you can get an idea of the size of the Drift LC. So first up against, let's do the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and the Spyderco Para 3. So as you can see, as far as length goes, we are very close to the PM2 size. It is definitely larger than the Para 3. Let's do against the Demco 80 20.5 and the Benchmade Bug Out. Definitely a larger knife than both of these. The Bug Out is closer, but still this is much longer, and I think a really good comparison, not only in size, but it's got a big belly drop point as well, and just overall construction and everything. It's going to be the Ferrum Forge Archbishop 3.0 or the Ferrum Forge Alaris. Both of those are basically the same size, and if you see here, it is very similar in size to the Quiet Carry Drift LC. So if you are familiar with the Ferrum Forge Archbishop or the Alaris, that's the exact same basically size as the Quiet Carry Drift LC. Now let's get a weight on this guy right here. So let's get the scale out. Okay, so let's see here. We got it on. We are looking at 4.66 ounces. All right. So, besides being very ergonomic and comfortable in hand and rust resistant, the quality on this was the first Quiet Carry knife that I've actually had on the channel. The quality is very impressive. Quiet Carry is doing some really good work, and the action on this thing is nice. I know I messed up the front flip, the reverse flick earlier. I'm just learning reverse flicks, so it's hard for me to do it on most knives, but this one I can and everything like that. Not terribly great at it, but I'm still getting better and everything. But I can even reverse flick. The thumb flick is very easy, and besides it popping out, this action is super smooth. I mean, it's not like fall shut, but it's just smooth. And I mean, it does pretty much fall shut. You give it just a little bit of encouragement and it's going to go. But the detent on that is very nice. And the jimping back here on the blade, you don't really have a choke up spot. It's just a little sharpening tool. So you're basically in this position, but my thumb lands right where that jimping is. Now I have medium, large hands and everything. Basically, I'm on the smaller side of the large if it fits in more of your medium size hands. So I get a four-fingered grip with still enough room for another pinky on the end. So people with larger hands, they're going to have no problem with this knife as well. Now, if your thumb is a little bit longer, you might go a little bit past that jimping. The jimping is basically directly over the deployment hole. For me, that ends up being absolutely perfect right where it needs to be. Okay, so the edge on this blade, the grind coming down these flats and everything, very super slicey. This thing has been an absolute pleasure in the pocket and in using and everything. And if you're one of those people who you're not big onto knife maintenance, so you don't want to have to constantly like keep a blade oiled because it might be prone to corrosion or anything like that, this is a great knife for you because, you know, as long as you keep it clean and the pivot a little bit oiled and everything, it's running on bearings, so it's very, very minimal maintenance with this type of knife because of the materials that it is made of. And I think it is just an exceptional knife for people who need that corrosion resistance, but just in general, a all-around great EDC knife. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up today's review of the Quiet Carry Drift LC. So guys, what do you think about the Quiet Carry Drift LC? Do you have any experience with Quiet Carry? I know this is my first, and I'm definitely do not want this to be the last. I'm looking forward to getting more Quiet Carries in on the channel because this is something that is very high quality and very well made. So I'm interested in trying some other models from Quiet Carry. Highly recommend this knife. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to put a little subscribe button and link another video. Hit that subscribe button and check out that video. Leave me a comment and let me know if there's something you would like to see. If I can make it happen, I'd love to make it happen. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch ya in the next video.